everybody, welcome to another episode of On the Paint Table. This is my weekly show where you can see what I got done and take some sneak looks into upcoming projects. So this week I finished, end of last week, beginning of this week, I finished another Gladiator for GORECHOSEN, what's it called? Hero, the Blood Secretor, the most metal name ever in anything Warhammer. I finished another Cowboy for my rootin' tootin' shootin' lawman from the old world, or sorry, the Warhammer historical Legends of the Old West. And I finished my Mordheim warbands and 2 hard swords for Mordheim. They're fairly ill-fated, as you've probably seen this Thursday. If you haven't, go back and watch the episode. And then upcoming, I got some new projects. I got a play date for the 17th with my buddy Jay to play some Old West. So I got to get some terrain done. I got to finish the rest of my Cowboys. And that's basically going to occupy the rest of my time for this week. So let's show you what I got done and what's coming up. And here's my Blood Secretor. He's on a big fat secret weapon base. And I painted him literally the night before me and my buddy Mike decided we were going to play some, GORECHOSEN. So he's doing my classic corn scheme, some like lacquered armor, some good old Blood for the Blood God, spattering his killamajig here, the 4-bladed axe, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I'm happy with him. He's nice finished corn model, and he has probably the greatest name ever in Age of Sigmar, which is Blood Secretor. And then I got this guy done. It's gonna be Court in my Lawman warband. He'll be one of my heroes. He's got some pretty sweet mutton chops. He's got a 6-shooter and a double-barreled shotgun. And yeah, I'm happy with him. Beautiful Black Scorpion mini. If you haven't seen the Tombstone range from Black Scorpion, most of my Old West stuff is from them. They make some absolutely fantastic models. They do a range of pirates as well, and they do some Blood Bowl minis, believe it or not. They do some, fantasy football minis, and they also do a range of Marine Corps guys that I think might be gone. They had a really cool USMC range for Modern that I think might be finished now. And then here is my Mordheim duders. So some classic parries and some plastics there with a couple of bits hanging out from Frostgrave Soldiery. So 2 swordsmen on the left there. This is my captain there with his wolf pelt, heavy armor, sword and axe. I got 2 Youngbloods, double hammers, and then hammer and bow. And then my 2 awesome hard swords. That's going to be Sven Ole Thorson on the right there, which is my pit fighter with his severed head. And he's also got, because this is the age when like crazy Mordheim miniatures all carried food, he's got a rat in a bag. Because, you know, why not have a rat in a bag? I asked Alex Boyd once about the art for Mordheim, and then specifically asked him why there was a weird playing card in the cardboard. And his answer was the best possible answer. It was just cause we make things, there was that kind of game. We made things that were just cool that you might use for some reason. And then over here we've got the Halfling. This is going to be Pint the Half Man. He's got a fish because there's also another tradition. And again, this is a question I think I asked John Blanche this. Why all the fish in Mordheim? And it was the same answer. Just cause we like to mess with you. And fish were cool. So we gave everybody fish. There's fish everywhere. And he's got the soup pot for a helmet too, which is pretty fantastic. Dagger and bow. A beautiful old GW mini. And that's my starting warband, is these duders, plus my 2 champions that I painted a few weeks ago. So I've got the double-handed cavalry hammer champion and the halberd champion, and that makes 9. And that's my starting warband for my Middenheimers. And I got a pile of terrain to paint. A lot of it's primed already. I primed some railway cars, some mining carts, a bunch of crates. This is all just rattle can primed. And when I say rattle can prime, what I mean is spray paints. I use Painter's Touch, what is it, a paint plus primer usually to prime this stuff. Got a pawn shop done. You can see there's a nice detailed interior. This was actually all stuff that my buddy Les bought to do some Old West stuff, and then decided he just didn't want it, so I bought it off him. And I got a whole bunch of train in one go, and this is going to be the train stop. We got the water tower. We got a little well. This is just roughly primed because I'm going to just airbrush it all afterwards. And then a couple more here because I ran out of primer. So saloon and the general store. And I've got more of it too. I got some foregrounds, like pre-painted stuff, but this gives us a good amount because with all the trees and stuff. Because I'm not going to do desert. Very often you would think desert for Old West. I'm actually going to do more like Big Sky Country. So like Wyoming. Think more about like the towns and the terrain from, what was that really famous, that super popular Rockstar game? What was it called? The Rockstar, it was basically Grand Theft Auto Cowboys. And the names escape me right now. Red Dead Redemption, that's right. Because there was Red Dead Revolver, which was the shooter game, and then Redemption. Owen's in the other room being like, "You're stupid and old, Ash. You can't remember video game titles." But the setting from Redemption is more what I'm thinking there, where you're sort of like, you're a bit further north than, you're in the Sierras, not really in the whatchamacallit, in the desert yet. So I'm excited to paint this stuff. Once this is done, I'll have enough stuff to start throwing down some Legends of the Old West. All right, so there it was, my painted tally for this week. I got 7, 8, 9 models painted, and then I've got a bunch of terrain and stuff in the wings to work on. So I think next week's on the paint table, you'll probably see a few more Cowboys paintings. I'm gonna try and crank through the rest of my Cowboys, and you'll see a whole pile of terrain get done, because there's like, I don't know if I'll count all the railway sections as like individual pieces of terrain, but like we'd maybe count that as 4 pieces, the rail plus the 3 mining carts. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. So you'll see that hopefully next week all done. And some other stuff too, because I do want to paint some stuff for a couple other games. But we'll keep that a secret until you see it next week. So thanks for watching. We'll see you for more on the paint table next Saturday. Until then, I'm Ash. Happy game.